Wherever you go, I'm always with you. Wherever you go.
What is good, LG crew? You already know how we do. This is LukeGabriel here, aka Energy Bricks, back with another video, man. Alright, so I got my subscribers over there. I've already started. GG. Okay, so I'm gonna basically recreate a video about how to be a pro in NBA Phenom, and it's gonna be a 1 hour long video. You're gonna enjoy it because I got a lot of views on this, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If you can't, rest in peace. But I've got a nice mic, so don't worry about that. Oh, missed my first shot. I'm just gonna get myself a little bit warmed up, but and then we can just go ahead and start. I don't remember everything on the top of my head, but you know, I'll try to see what I can do my best. Yeah, to just become a pro at NBA hoops. Yeah, so if you haven't seen my series yet on how to shoot or how to have better handles, there's a whole series on like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5 and stuff like that. It'll be in the best NBA Phenom tutorials. Go ahead and look at that. I also did a passing tutorial yesterday, so if you, or like a couple days ago, so if you guys have not seen that, go ahead and check that video out. We're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so first, basically we're just gonna talk about our basic powers. So if you do not know your basic powers, go ahead and stay here, but if you already know your basic powers on how to shoot and everything, go ahead and skip to the video. I will be talking in depth on handles and stuff, so go ahead and get started. So 75, you basically start right here, and there's a time when you should release the ball with this gear right here. You can see it right here. It does basketball right down here, and right, you guys can see that, right? I just wanted to make sure. You can see the power on the left hand corner, but let's go ahead and get started. Sorry. So so the first thing you guys need to know what to do is first, placement of your feet. Feet always matters wherever you're at. Feet comes first, because depending on how far you are from the basket will determine on how much you need to aim. So so let's say you have the ball at 75, and let's say you're like really pretty close to the three-point line. All you have to do is so there's basically like two types of ways to shoot. There's just shooting like without jumping, which like some people like to do when I pass to them with 80, and there's just regular shooting, which is just a two motion type of shot. So you're gonna hit space, and as you can see, I'm not even moving. I'm just moving it to the bottom of my screen, or to the bottom of the net, as you can see with the basketball logo. Anyways, so as you rise up, you're gonna see that the gear is going to rise up with you as well. So you wanna have it like that. You don't want to put it down. You just want to keep it right here at the net. So as you can see, it goes over the rim. The rim is basically the red little ring around the net, but it does go over the net. So what you want to do is you want to time it to the point where it's as you can see, like right when it hits below the net. So you can kind of put it on speed. You can put that at 0.25, but right as it goes down right at the rim, so it levels up. It's gonna look like that at the very end. This is what you want to happen. You want to release it right there as you're jumping. So there you go. That's how you shoot a regular shot. You can also if you do want to shoot a little quicker, is all you have to do is just rise, and yeah, just rise wherever you're at. So just give yourself a little bit of time, because if you just have to wait. So as you can see here, like this is how far you're gonna jump. You wanna shoot it right when you hit the peak of your jump. So basically right when you hit the very top. So jump, and then right there, just like that. Oh, I'm not gonna get that. And so you just get better at it. Of course, I'm not a 75 shooter. I do like to use 80 just because it has better what's it called, better arc in a sense, and it's harder to block too, because people are always like, how did I not block that and stuff like that. But yeah, so as you get farther from the 3-point line, you're gonna have to notice that you're gonna put it a little lower than usual, or sometimes you're gonna have to go forward, meaning that you're gonna have to press W and hit spacebar at the same time, just like that. So that's what it does. If you do that, you're gonna have to aim it just a little bit higher than usual. But sometimes you don't have to. But let's say I'm just gonna go forward all the way in. You're gonna want to aim it just a little bit higher. So I'm going all the way forward. There you go. All right. So in terms of 80, so basically 80 is very, very like lenient on you in a sense in making shots, because you can just do that if you want, or you can just what I like to use is the top of the backboard. So right here at the top of the backboard, you can see this line right here. If I could make a line right here, I would put the basketball right there. I would put the gear under the backboard. So right here. So somewhere in this area right here. So you see this square right here, and then you see this right here. See those two right there, just in between those squares in a sense. So as you can see, I do put it a little bit higher too, so you can put a little bit higher if you want. Like you release it really quick. But the thing about this is it'll always go in. It'll almost always go in as long as you aim correctly. So in terms of aiming, in order to aim like really quick for me is the scroll. You can see the scroll speed is really fast. So what I like to do is, if you do have a slow mouse, just scroll the scroll really fast. So just like, you can hear that too. So you can hear it. But for me, it only takes usually it takes, depending on how far I'm looking because okay, so let me explain this. So the closer I get to where I want to shoot, the closer I am to myself. So as you can see, I'm really far. I look pretty far, but the more I get closer, just like that, the more I'm ready to shoot. And so this helps you also when you're getting ready to shoot. Hit shift, because it'll make you so that it'll line you up with the basket pretty evenly. Because if you just do this and then you just do that, it's kind of slower. So if you do this, it's a lot quicker. Let's see. So that's basically it with aiming and stuff. If you do want more in depth, I'm just trying to teach you guys this simple stuff. But we're at 8 minutes now, so let's go ahead and get started with the handles. All right, so I'm going to teach you guys fakes. I'm going to teach you guys like simple crosses and stuff like that. So I'll teach you guys lots of basic stuff. But it's a lot more updated, because what I used to do is I used to do this for handles, and like it doesn't work anymore, sadly. I mean, I wish it did, but it doesn't work anymore, especially with just the new Roblox physics and stuff. So let's go ahead and get started with just how to properly dribble the basketball. So the first thing is you want to know where your defender is. So let's say your defender's right here. Let's say your defender's right here, right in front of you, and you're like, all right, what am I gonna do with you? You know, I mean, the first things like in advance, like let's talk about like how I would put it. First, I'm thinking like, all right, what is the first signature move that I'm gonna do in order to get myself open? And there's a bunch of ways that I can get myself open, and I mean, this is like advanced right here. So if you guys don't want to do this yet, that's fine. It's very complicated. I'm not teaching this to you guys because I learned this from a very important man of mine, and I can't teach it. I'm gonna teach you guys the basic stuff like that. Stuff that's not so difficult, because you're gonna hear the keyboard a lot, and that's okay. So first things first is let's say okay, just dribbling a basketball. You can either dribble it with W and D. So W is gonna make you go straight forward without even doing anything. Just pressing W, it's just gonna go straight forward, right? I'm holding S right now so I can go backwards. S is a really important way to get yourself open, because no one realizes it. I'll teach you that later, but I'll teach you that like with the shot creating and stuff. But so let's say you want to go here. Let me go ahead and make a new guy right here. Let's say clone. Say I come over here. And I'm trying to get over there. So what I want to do is I want to hold W and D, and what that does, it does a diagonal direction. It does, because if you just hold D, it's going to make you go to the right. If you just hold W, it's going to make you go straight. So you want a sweet, perfect spot right here. And how to just turn. And how to turn, I think turning is a little easier too. So when you're holding W and D, if you don't even turn your camera, it's not gonna work right. It's just gonna make you do that. So what you wanna do is you want to right click to the left. So you're gonna right click and then you're gonna move your mouse left. So that makes you look this way. So that's gonna make it easier for you to see. As you can see, my character moves while I'm moving my camera too. So that's the good thing about using this. And the thing about not using shift lock too, while you're dribbling the basketball like this, is you don't get mouthed a lot. I can tell you that, because you're protecting the ball with your left hand and you're dribbling the ball with your right hand. So you're getting to the corner, you want to hold right click and then turn your camera left, and vice versa with the to going to your right or going to your left. So with W and A, you're just sorry. So we're going to the left, you're gonna hold A and W, and then you're just gonna right click. And usually, depending on, you know, if you're a left-handed or right-handed person, I usually put my mouse right here. But sometimes, like I kind of keep it up a little high, just because I'm trying to pass to people. But it always resets. So as you can see, if I put my mouse right here, it's gonna reset back here, and then I usually just have it up here if I'm trying to pass it or stuff like that. Or I do this too sometimes for passing. But anyways, so W and A, and you're just gonna right click. You're gonna keep right clicking. And sometimes if you do too much, all you have to do is just hold S, and then you're at the 3-point line. So 3 right here. So let's say you're open right here. I'm gonna teach you guys just how to shoot the ball quicker. So in order to shoot the ball quicker, all you have to do is hold W and A. Once you get really close to the 3-point line, start scrolling in, and then right when you're ready to shoot, scroll like all the way in, until you're in first person. But yeah, so that's basically it. All right, so the next steps are using behind the backs. Behind the backs are like the most effective dribbling moves to use in this game. A lot of people like to use it because it protects the ball behind them. But I'm gonna teach you guys how to not get ripped when you're doing these moves. So first things first is so let's say this is how not to do it. So this is not how to do it anymore. This is what I used to do back then. It doesn't work anymore, I'm sorry. I mean, you're gonna get ripped a lot more because you're facing your defender this way. You're not moving at all. You're just moving side to side, side to side, side to side, and that doesn't work. So what you want to do is, so let's say, teaching you guys, you know, with going to the right, what you want to do is hold shift first, and then G or F. As you can hear, like I'm using my mouse to click because I have programmable controls, which is really nice. Makes it a lot faster than just looking down and then holding G, or tapping G. But so hold W and D, shift, and then from here you're gonna tap G. And right as you tap G, you move the ball, you move to that direction. So G is going to the left, F is going to the right, which is kind of weird, but you go from right when it does this animation. You want to get it to the sweet spot. So right as it gets to your like left foot or to your right foot, depending on where you're going. So let's say you're going G. Right when it hits your right foot, that's when you start moving. So as you can see, that's how you not get ripped. And I promise you that you won't get ripped as long as people don't read you like this. If people read you like that, then there's a problem with that. But the most simple handles is not doing too much, because if you do too much, people start overreading you, and then you're just like, oh man, oh, I got this ball stolen, how, and stuff like that. But yeah, so you just get used to this. You go shift and then out of shift, shift and out of shift. And what you want to do is you want to turn off sticky keys too. I can't show you guys that right now, but you guys already know what happens if you touch sticky keys. It it breaks and stuff. But it'll be like or something, whatever. But yeah, make sure you turn off sticky keys. And if you want to add a plus, if you do, you can step back too. This is also a good move to do. It's the step back. So right here is you step back, and then right as you do the move, you hold G and then WA. So basically it's just WAF or WAG. So you can see it's going over and you kind of have to correlate with it, or you have to like what's the word, like calibrate your move, calibrate your moving with your dribbling, in a sense. It's a lot faster in NBA Phenom, I'll tell you that. But I'm just here at my recording area so people can actually follow me in the game. But yeah, so that's basically just the regular stuff. All right, so let's say. Alright, so this is another move that I like to use. This is a really nice move that I like to use. I use this almost all the time in order to get my shots off. Or was it like this? No, it was like this. Okay, so... Alright. So this is the old way of doing it. This is what I used to teach people how to do, and this doesn't work anymore, sadly. I mean, unless you're still like protecting the ball and not staying in shift lock the whole time. But we're at 60 minutes, we're fine. It's gonna be an hour-long video, so I'm trying to get as much as I can. But so as you can see, it's very quick, but it helps a lot, especially when you're dribbling the ball, and for them to actually just think that you're going that way, it's perfect. But all right, so depending on your internet speed, your H might be slow, but that's okay. That's just very okay. But let's go ahead and get started with this. Oh shoot, I did too much. So first things first. So let's say you already know how to do these simple crosses right here. It's gonna hurt your head, and that's okay. I mean, I'm already used to it. But this is how you not get ripped. I promise you that. So let's say you do that. Let's say he tries to read you right here. So he's moving. You're moving right here. And let's say, oh, he catches you. This is what you're gonna do right here, really quick. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this next this fake right here. So instead of going like this and then going like that, what you're going to do is do the same exact move, but right as you do this, you're gonna hold D, W, and then right when you see this, right when you have the ball like this, right here, you're dribbling the ball like this, you're gonna switch it to your right hand. All right, so like this. It's really quick, but step by step. Okay, so you do the move, right? You do the move, but instead of going to the left, well, I mean, this is your right, but anyways, instead of going to the left, you're going to go right, in a sense. So the basic key moves is so shift G, W and A if you want, W and A. So shift G, A, or just A, to be honest. A, and then S. You're gonna hold S. You're gonna tap S. So it's gonna make sure that you won't get ripped. This is a crucial part right here. Is if you hit S instead of hitting A, because this is what's gonna happen. If you do this, if you do A, that's what's gonna happen. You don't want that to happen. You want to actually spin. So, oh shoot, I did it wrong. So if you hold S, it'll make you spin around. Because if you just hold A and then D, it's not gonna make you spin around. So. Alright, so right when you hit S, you go to D, and then W, and just like regular W. And then of course you gotta switch the ball to your right hand, because that's where you're going. So very slowly again, I'm gonna show you guys again. Shift lock A, or okay, hold up. Shift lock G A S D W, and then W and D. Shift G A S D W A or H, or yeah. So that's how you switch. So G A S D W and H. So to make it not so quick, because you do get ripped if you just do this, because it's too quick if you do that. So you want to have it so that it's right here, but not for a long period of time. Like good 1 second is fine. So right here, oh shoot, I did it wrong again. So 1, and then you can just switch it right there, and then you can just shoot, and then you open, and vice versa too. So if you're right here, I'm not very good on this side because I barely use it on this side, but so same thing. So instead of G, we're gonna use F. So WA, Shift F S A and W, and then H. So just rewind this video. It's gonna like make a whole lot more sense if you just rewatch the video or rewind this part right here, because it's a lot of things to remember. But just look at your WASD keys. Dead. Hello. But just look at your WASD keys, and it'll make more sense, because you're going in a circle basically. So if you do WASD, look what WASD does. If you hold if you hold them at different times, so WASD, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna make you go in a circle. As you can see, I'm going in a circle. And if you want to start, I would start with using A or D, because A or D is actually the is like what starts your spin. So let's say you're starting with let's say you want to go to the right, so you want to spin this way. You start with A first, ASW, ASDW, and then if let's say you're going to the right, or let's say you're going to the left over here, DSAW, DSAW, and then hold A and W, of course, because that's how you're supposed to dribble. Okay, let's see. After that, after you master that, you could start adding a lot of more stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead, get into the more complicated things of this video. So if you did not understand the first part of the video, please go ahead and rewind. But let's go ahead and talk about step back. So, oh, it's destroyed now. Okay, never mind. That's weird. So the first things first, there's two types of step backs. There's like the protected step back, and there's the fast step back. You can use either one. The thing is, if you use the fast step back, you better know your powers and where your foot is. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know where it is, then like say goodbye. You ain't gonna make a shot. That's why I like to use A or S, because it's a lot more easier. But let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, let's say you're dribbling to the left, W and A. You're coming to this part where the corner is coming in. So what you want to do is because you're usually going to get mild right here. So what you want to do is, okay, let's do the easy one first. So WA, and from here, let's say you're in the 2-point area. Hold S, and this is the nice part. This is the nice part about shift lock. If you're still aiming this way, go ahead and hold shift or tap shift, and this is what's gonna do. It's gonna reset your character basically. It's gonna make you face forward, and you can't do that in real life, sadly, unless you're Steph Curry. Then you can do that, but this is what you do. And after that, as you get closer, make sure you zoom in. As you get closer to the 3-point line, make sure you zoom in. So let's go ahead and get it a little more how do I explain this more in depth. So WA, S, and then tap shift lock, then shoot. That's it. So it's a very, very simple move, but it's very, very useful, especially when you're very tight, like ooh, like I feel like I'm gonna get ripped. Then just do this step back right here. It's very simple. And you will get a lot as long as they're just doing this. If they're just doing this, then you're fine. Then you can step back, because this step back is deadly, I swear. As long as you can get the powers right and everything, you'll be fine. Oh my, everyone's coming in. Step back. Bang. So more step by step. So WA, hold S, shift lock, zoom in and shoot. Oop, that's 75. I just realized that. My fault. Bang. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. I can't even ask questions, because if like, does that make sense? I'm not gonna get an answer because I'm recording. And so you could do this anywhere too. So as long as you get the aim down, because aiming is muscle memory. Let me just tell you that aiming is muscle memory. As long as you know where to aim, like you get that placement down, like that area where you know, like if I shoot it right here and if I release it right here, I will always make it. Because that's how I think of it, is if I get it to at least this area right here, I will always make it from the hoop right here. Even though you can't see it, from the hoop right here to the top of this backboard, I know I'm gonna make it, because that's the power of 80. It has that much room for you to make. But regardless, let's go ahead and talk about the second. Ooh, this one's quick. This one you'll be able to get quicker, but it's a lot more harder because you don't know where to place your foot until you shoot. See, like right there, like you can tell it's a lot more experimental in a sense. But let's go ahead and get started with this one. So first things first is so let's say let's go over to the right now, or let's go over here. So let's say you go over here, and so what you're gonna do is, depending on where your defender is, so let's say your defender's like over here. Let's say he's over here. He's coming up close to you. He's coming up close to you. Let's make him closer a bit. I can move him around too, so don't worry about that. So let's say he's coming up closer right here. What you want to do right here is tap shift already, and then if you want to get it a little bit, if you want to be a little farther than him, do S and D. But not, if you don't want to, just hold S and then shoot. It's that quick of a release that you can get from just doing this simple move. But I like to use S and then D. I think that's a lot more nicer, because I'm just getting a lot more farther. You get more area if you cover it like this. If you just go like this, if you just go like that, you're just getting this area right here. If you come from right here, like he has to come here and then come back all the way over there. So in a sense, while he's holding this, he has to come at you too, and that's gonna take a lot longer than expected. So over this move again, let's recap this move again. So you're holding W and D, shift either S and D like this, and then you can do a little more of the D. So like so you can hold D a little longer if you want, just to get a little more open. That's basically the move right there. So you do that move, and from there, like if you see he's trying to reach you at this corner right here, go ahead and come back right here and do that. So I'll teach you that right now. Oops, I give myself too much basketballs. All right, so you come over here, shift and then G. I taught you that already. And then you can hold S and do that, or you can do my special quick release Steph Curry style and do that. So anyway, works fine, but this is like a way to get yourself open. But all right, let's go ahead and talk about how to move without the ball, in a sense, or not how to move without the ball, but like how to shoot the ball while you're in the air. So, or while you're moving. So let me rephrase that. How to shoot the ball while you're moving in the air. So like this is shooting in the air like this, and this will get you open almost every single time. But in order for you to do this, you're gonna have to have like a good, nice, simple mouse that won't that has a nice, my sensitivity right now, as you can see right here, 0.75. This is my sensitivity, and then I have to put my graphics so you can see like the quality of this. I don't think it gets nicer than that. Yeah, so anyways, so what we're talking about how to get open while moving. So the good thing about this is that you won't get blocked all the time. So let's say you're coming over here and then you're getting ready to shoot, just like that, and all you're doing is A, or space and then A, 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 just like that. Space A, space A, space A, and it makes you deadly, because you're not gonna get the ball stolen anymore. Because if you just stand right here, there's a good chance of you getting the ball stolen. So that's why if you move like right here, this is like the most underused shot, because no one does this anymore. So right here, if you do that, ooh, it's deadly. So let me go ahead and teach you that. So in a sense, you're still aiming the same way, depending on when you release the ball, because sometimes you just wait a little too long and you just okay. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure right here, this is where you want it to be. So you can see the gear is right in between the backboard and the hoop. So if you shoot it like this, of course you're not going to make it. Oh well, sometimes you might make it depending on how NBA treats you. But what you want to do is, so let's say you're coming over here. All right, this is the best way to do it. Instead of aiming always at this hoop, you want to off center it a bit. So right here, as you can see, it's not centered to the hoop. So if I just do this, I'm not gonna make it. But if I move while I'm doing that, it's gonna be 100% accurate. Because as I'm moving, so as you can see, look. So as I'm moving, right, I have it right here, but when I move it, it's gonna be, as you can see, it aligns itself with the hoop. So that's how you do it. So if you do it right here, if you're aiming right here, then make sure you see, as you can see right there, it doesn't work like that. Make sure you aim really quick if you aim right there, just like that. But if you want to get your shot a little bit more wet, oh, that's not wet. If you want to get your shot a little more quicker, or a little more you don't want it to be blocked, this is what you do right here. So you move it. Okay, recap again. So right here, you aim it right here, or well, you don't aim it right there, but you aim it to the right a bit, depending on where you're shooting, and then you hold A, and then you can see it aligns. So right when it gets to that point, right when it gets right here, right when the gear gets right there, you want to release it. So bang. And you can do that anywhere too. Oh, I'm not gonna get that. You can do that anywhere too. So you can come right here. As long as where you're at, it's still touching the rim. Because if it's just right there, you're not gonna make it. You gotta have it aligned with the hoop, right at the very end. Depending on how quick you aim, though. So, well, there's all my spectators. They all left because it was TP me, but I didn't. I mean, the chat's on bubble, so. But anyways, they're in the video, so that's good for them. Anyways, okay. So let's talk about it with 80. So, because I'm pretty sure you can't. Okay, we can teach this. So how to fade. Fading is really nice because it helps you get the ball out quicker, or not get the ball out quicker, but it also helps you with not getting the ball blocked. So the thing is with this, you have to be really close to the 3-point line. So right there. And there's a certain time when you're supposed to release it, which is really quick. So right when you step back, or right when you fade, you can see yourself start to move back. So all you have to do, the good thing about this is that you don't have to wait until, this is the good thing. So right as you can see right here, you don't have to wait for the gear to come back. No, how do I okay. You don't have to wait for the gear to go down. That's what it meant. You don't have to see, so as you can see, I have to wait until it reaches down so I can shoot like that, which you don't have to do when you use when you fade. So when you do that, you gotta do is aim, and then of course it's gonna miss because I aim too high, because you have to aim below the backboard, just like that, or below the net. That's all you have to do. Depending on how quick you aim too. So right here, bang. Oh, missed that one. Let's try again. There you go. Bang. So let's say you're at right here. You're gonna have to wait just like a few seconds, not like a few seconds, like 1, 2, but like 1, bang, or like even at 1,000, 1,000, not even at like 1,001, but yeah, right here, 1,000, bang. Just count 1,000. Just say 1,000 in your head. Be like 1,000, and it's gonna go in just like that. With 80, it's a lot more different. 1,000, or depending on how quick you aim. So let's say 1,000. It's gonna go really fast. So, or let's say you're right here, because let's say you want to move back a little bit. So this is fine, like right here. Like let's say you're like this far, because you're not gonna make this with 75. Let's say 1,001. That doesn't work, so let's try 1,000. Let's just say 1,000. 1,000. Yeah, just 1,000. 1,000. You just gotta say 1,000. But yeah, just count 1,000. And make sure you get the ball below the net. And that's all you have to do. Now, if you are... same thing with like, if you want to shoot like this is another way to not shoot. So like this, even though it doesn't do much, it does a lot. So instead of going like this, instead of like moving to the left, you're fading and you're moving back. So you're fading and you're moving to the left, so it makes it a lot more nicer. I gotta get it down first. Let me get it down. There we go. Bang. Same thing over here. So if you do not understand this, go ahead and just rewind the video. I'm aiming a little bit to the left, so I gotta aim a little bit more right. There you go. But yeah, let's go ahead. We're at 37 minutes. Let's talk about defense for a bit. So you're playing defense, blah 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 blah. The best way to play defense is just like this. That's the best way to play defense. Because the thing is, or like you can just play defense like this. Play defense like this. You get the ball a lot more, but okay. Honestly, okay, the first thing, if this is all they're doing right here, if this is all they're trying to do, don't fall for anything that they do. Don't fall for anything that they do. Do not, please do not fall for anything that they do. Do not fall for anything that they do. Just stay right here. If they start moving, then you start moving with them, all right? So let's say, you know, they start moving right here, then move with them. Move with them like this. Move with them like this. But once they do a move, get out of shift lock. You can do this, to be honest, but make sure you get out of shift lock, because sometimes they'll start trying to body you, which is not good. So this is what bodying is. I'll teach you about bodying soon. But honestly, this is the best defense right here. Is just following your defender just like this. And if you can in your mind like think, okay, I think he's gonna move to the left again, then you just follow him. Just follow him like a mirror, and then just make sure you don't get bodied, because if you get bodied, what you want to do is hold A and S and shift lock, or because what that does is that it eliminates him trying to use your own body and his back, because that's what it usually is using your back and then you bodying. But if he's trying to like body you, just try and reading, in a sense, try and reading him, find patterns, because a lot of patterns what people like to do, this is what they like to do. This is what they like to do. They do a little that and then they go again. So they go left and then right, and they do a little fake and then they go left again. But they just keep going sometimes. But okay, another thing too, if you do want to play like the best defense, like the best defense, all you have to do is don't even guard them from like this way. Or but you, I mean, you can if you want. Like guard them right here. Guard them right here. So let's say they're like right here. Clone. So let's say they're like right here. Though you don't even have to come right here. You really don't. But if you do, just make sure you turn your body to the nearest corner, because this is where everyone shoots. This is like the most common shot in NBA Phenom right now. Is that shot right there. If you want to block that, if you want to prevent him from doing that, I'm gonna teach you right now. Let me just put some placeholders right here. So let's say you gotta, let's say he's right there. He's got the ball. He's got the ball. All you gotta do is stand like right in between right here, and just block him from it. You know, don't fall for any fakes that he does. Just block him to it, and then you'll play better defense. But of course, I mean, if he can shoot mid, then let him shoot mid, because you know how it says like you mild. When it says you mild, that's when you know that when he tries to shoot 100, it's gonna go over the backboard. That's how NBA Phenom works right now. But yeah, this is all you have to do right here. Is just guard this corner right here. Don't even, just like block him out of it. Like make him go to the corner, because people are gonna start coming. And then if you see him like start, let's say he's coming right here, right? Let's say he's coming here. I don't have 100 on this ball, so bear with me. But let's say he comes over here. He's like, you know what? Fine. If you don't want me to go over here, but then you already know he's gonna try and come back here and do like the little T thing. So that's how you just prevent him. That's how you prevent like this 100 shot right here. But same thing with over there. Just even stay right here. Just stand right here, and he won't make it, because that's what most people like to do in the game. If they haven't watched my videos, that's what they know about me. But yeah, also knowing when you're playing defense, you gotta wait until it reaches 19 seconds. So when it hits 20, don't go at 19. That's when you know. Like let's say there's 24 seconds on the shot clock. Wait until it hits 19, and then you can start pressing. Also with trapping, don't read them. So this is what a lot of people like to do, is they like to have like two players right here. Like let's say they're trying to ISO, and like another guy comes up. Don't play defense like this. Do not play defense like this. Don't have yourself two right here, because they're gonna start doing some moves, and they're gonna get both of you off. So what you want to do is you want to close them out. You want to close them out to some place right here. So let's say, you know, close them out right here. All you have to do is just come over here and just they're gonna start splitting too. So I'll teach you guys how to split in soon. So this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna start splitting right here. So they're gonna start doing this. What you want to do is you just want to hold your ground right here. So right when you see him, okay, so right when you see him, just stop right here, and then he can't do anything. He's gonna try and do something like that. It's not gonna work. So again, if you see him trying to come in like this, just do this. So like let's say this is you. Just stop him right here. And that's all you have to do. Now, you might not get the ball, and that's okay, but your teammate's gonna get the ball, and that's what it is. Teamwork, bros, teamwork. But yeah, this is what you do right here. This is all you do. This is how you stop a trap right here. And this is enough room for one of you to get the ball. So don't worry about that. Now, let's say you are getting trapped. Let's say you're hot, and you know people are trying to double team you. What I like to do is this move right here. I'm gonna teach you guys this move, because this is a nice move right here. So this is how to body in a sense. I'm gonna teach you guys how to body right here, right now. Give myself another 3 minutes to talk about this. So let's say you have the ball. Now this is the most crucial part. You want to make sure that you're facing him. So like let's say you like not facing him, but just like this, like you're facing yourself. What you want to do is you want to be facing like this. Like this is how you want to be facing, but instead you're not holding shift. you're like this. All right, so it's really quick, but it's gonna help a lot. It's gonna help a lot, I promise you that. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this tutorial right here. So what you want to do is you want to spin really quick. You want to spin really quick, just like this. You want to hold right click and go to your right or go to your left, depending on where you want to go. So what you want to do right here is spin, shift, each, and that's all you have to do. And then when you start realizing, like, you're gonna have to use right click a lot because it helps so much. It just helps so much with dribbling and stuff. So I'm trying to break it down for you guys. But what you can do is you can actually just spin yourself too. Spin yourself like this. So, oh man, I haven't even taught you guys that. So how to spin. That's like the most important stuff about. I'm gonna teach you guys how to spin in body. I think that's gonna be like the last thing, hopefully, because it takes a lot to learn about spinning and stuff. But okay, so spinning. First things first is you don't want to be like all of them, you know, like common NBA players and do this. This doesn't help anything. I swear it doesn't. Like, please do not do this while you're trying to dribble. Do not. It don't work. It won't work. It won't. All right. So instead, let me teach you the easier way first. So first is just like this. So you come to him and then you hold shift and then you spin your mouse to the right to make yourself go left, in a sense. So this is the end goal right here. This is the end goal right there. That's what you want to do. So basically it's just a G, but instead it's a lot quicker. But okay. So first things first is WD shift H, and as you're doing this too, you want to make sure that you're moving too. So it's W A, so it's gonna push your defender a bit back. So what you're gonna do is WAD, and then after that, it's just the matter of where your camera's positioned. So I'm gonna go very in depth with this. So come over here, shift H, out of shift D, and then you're gonna start moving your camera to the left, just like this. Or you're gonna hold right click and then left. Move your mouse left. This is what's gonna do. If you just hold left, this is what's gonna do. You don't want that to happen. So what you want to do, if you want to keep moving forward, is so back from the top, H D, and then keep doing that. And right when you see this happen, or right when you get to the part where you can see your face, hold S, and this is the most important part right here. And you come over here and just follow your mouse. So if you see it's gonna keep going like that, hold A. So it's gonna go DSA, and that's it. DSA. It's gonna go through the whole WASD. So shift. So from here, what I'm doing is WAD. That's what I'm doing. WAD. This is what I'm doing right here. WAD. And then from here, right click. From right here, right click. But depending on how good your internet is, so I kind of wait like right here and then do it. From there, S, and then move it again, A, and then W, and that's it. So for every single 90-degree turn, let me talk about that. So 90 degrees, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 4, and 90 times 4 is 360. That's why it's called 360. So you do 180 basically. H, D, turn 90 degrees, S, turn 90 degrees, and then A. That's it. And that's it. That's how you spin. Like, the best way to spin. I can't even shoot anymore because I'm teaching you guys how to spin. It's so difficult to shoot now. Alright. Now if you want to go to the right, now this is different. W, it's just the opposite. So it's just WA shift spin. Or oh yeah, it's WDA instead. WDA H A. Turn your mouse to the right. S. Turn your mouse to the right again. D. So So for every single turn that you do, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get yourself back into the position of the hoop. That's the main point, is you're trying to, because this is what's happening right here, is that you're facing that hoop, facing this hoop. I don't know how to explain it, but you're facing that hoop and you're trying to reset yourself. So again, let me try again. So W, D, A, H, A, turn 90 degrees, S, turn 90 degrees, D. That's it. Oh man, that was a terrible 90. I'm trying another 90. So if you have been watching this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment, subscribe to my channel. If you know you a day one fan if you've been watching the whole 50 minutes of this. That's how you know you day one. But all right. Now I'm gonna go briefly talking about like spin fakes, and I already taught you guys this, but so in a sense, this is how like your defender's looking at you basically. So what you want to do is you want to do WASD basically, and then hold WA again. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna do this little fake right here. Ooh, it's so OP right here. I get all my shots off like that, and I just shoot. So again, WASD, and then WA again. Or well, WASD. Make sure you're looking this way, then you go WA again. So, whew, something like that. I wish I could do all my tutorials today, but I can't. I have school tomorrow, but no worries about that, right? So the same thing going this way. So WD, SA, WD. Oh, I did it wrong again. WD, SA, WA. So make sure you're not too much like this, because this is what's gonna happen. You don't want to make yourself too exposed like this, but to the point where, like, if you really want it to work, WDSA and W or WASD. I'm sorry, WWDSA DW. So don't hold D and W at the same time. Do D and then W, and then keep holding W, of course, or keep holding D, of course. All right, I'm at 52 minutes right now. So hopefully you understood that one, and you already know how to spin now. You don't have to do too much to spinning. And then once you start understanding that, honestly, you can start doing combos. Let me talk about combos in the range, and that's it. We're starting right there, and we're ending right there. Or then we're gonna do signature moves. Signature moves are easy. So, what am I thinking about? So adding on to like spins and stuff, you can start adding stuff. So what you want to do is so let's say this doesn't do anything to your defender. What you can do is you can either go back G, or you can do the most underrated move that nobody uses ever in the game, bro. You can use B. This is OP right here. B is OP. Makes you think that you're going this way. Alright, so let me teach you how to use B first. Alright, so this is basically how it's gonna look like. This is how it's gonna look like. Oh, I did it wrong. I know that's off. Oh, just kidding. Alright, so very simple, but it's a lot of work. So shift B, but this is a really most important part. So you want to make sure you do that little hooah, so it makes it look a lot more nicer. So what you want to do is B, right here, B. So you can see this move. You can see it move real quick. But right when you touch B, hold W and A. So really quick though. So it's gonna be a slight quick. It's gonna be like a slight quick, like a little shift in your. So let's say you're actually doing G. You know how you do G like that? That's how you do G. But instead you're gonna do B. Alright, let me explain it real quick. This is like difficult to explain, but that's how you do it basically. So you do that. So this is what happens. So you could see it go halfway around your body. So what you want to do is right when it comes this way, go back that way. So it comes like that, comes like that, come like that. Oh, just like that. So B A W and then D. So B A W and then D. So B A W and then D. B A W and then D. B A W then D. B A W then D. Just think about that. B A W and then D. Sadly, you can't do it for to your left hand. So, but when you're going right, B A W then D. Just think of it as like a rap. B A W then D. B A W then D. B A W then D. Easy stuff, bro. Easy. B A W then D. If you want, you can add in the shift lock too, but you don't have to. Or well, I mean, you could, but it just makes it look a lot nicer in my opinion. B A W then D. So what you want to do is you don't want to hold B A W. You don't want to hold A and W for too long. You just want to have it so that it actually just does the move itself. All right, we're at 56 minutes. Let's go ahead and talk about range and then signature moves, and then we're done. All right, so ranging. Best thing about ranging is I can't really teach you guys how to range. You really got to teach yourself how to range. It's all experimental stuff. So meaning that you just keep trying it. So you do 75, do 75. You get 75 down. You move back a little bit until you find the right point where it hit, like 80 will always hit. So I already found it because I have a little drill that I always use for powers and stuff. So I found it right here. And I want to come back again. I'm gonna come back with 85. And there's 85. So you just keep moving back and keep uppering. You keep adjusting the power. And you want to do 90. 90. Bang. Simple stuff like that. And then for 80, it's a lot different. Well, it's kind of the same. Instead of using 85, or instead of using 80 back here, it's going to be 85 instead. And then you want to use 90 right here. So I can't really teach you powers, or I can't teach you how to range in a sense, but I can teach you like how to find the right power in a specific area. So like right here, I can tell you like let's say like right here. This is 90 right here. I know this is 90. I know it's 90. Like I can tell you any power right here. It's gonna be either in the area right here because I can't use 95 right now. But I know this is 90. Okay, let me do that one again. So this is 90 right here. 90. Oop. Let me do it one more time. There we go. There's 90. So you'll start understanding that, okay, the first things first is that you're able to you don't have a lot of space when you reach over here because it's a lot more farther. So if you come over here, I could shoot a 90 right here, which is crazy when you think about it. I could shoot a 90 right here. And it's not even difficult. You know what I'm saying? And of course, if I shoot a little higher, I have to aim really quickly. But I mean, depending if you use higher powers like me, you just have to do minus or plus 5 with every other person. So let's say this is 80 right here. This is going to be 85 for you LukeGabriel modes out there. If this is 85 right here, then do 90 over here. But that's how it's going to work. Let's see what else. I think that's basically it. That's how to range. Oh, signature moves. I'm gonna finish this off with signature. It's gonna be a little over an hour, but we're gonna keep going instead. So, signature moves. What you want to know about signature moves is that it's up to you to decide how am I not gonna be red, or how am I not gonna get the ball stolen what is the best thing to do? A basic signature move that you can try to use first is C and then G. One of my friends, Andy, told me how to use that. It's really useful to use. But this is like the most basic right here. Of course, it's gonna be a lot faster on NBA Phenom, but. And the thing about NBA Phenom, it's gonna go like that, and it's gonna like that. So what you want to do is do. So do. So first it's C. It's gonna do that. And then from here, you wanna spin your camera, but from right as you're spinning your camera to the right, and you're gonna hold S. Then you're gonna do SD. You're gonna do SD, but you're gonna come out of shift lock just like this, SD, and then hold W. So the basic way to do this is C and then F, or if it's on your left hand, it's C, G. And if that doesn't work, then that's fine. You think of something creative. Like, it's all about creativity. It might be hard for you guys because you guys might be like good into like I gotta do it this way, I gotta do it that way, or stuff like that. But all you gotta do is be creative with it. Make sure it follows the rules, as in, like, am I gonna get the ball stolen? No. Then go to the second question. Am I gonna get? Is it effective? The answer is no. Then think of something new. And then the next thing is, do I cover a lot of space? If it's no or yes, then that's okay. If it doesn't cover a lot of space, but if it's effective, then it doesn't matter. And the second thing is, can I branch off of it? So my main move is this. Hold up. My main move is, how do I explain this? My main move is like that, and then I do that, or stuff like that. Just like little fakes. Those are my main moves that I like to do. Yeah, this guy's like, I gotta play basketball. Let me finish this real quickly. I forgot I didn't change it. But yeah, just using simple moves just like this. Just think of ways to get yourself open. It doesn't have to be too much. Like here, I'll give you guys a simple one. So F, G, and then you can do C. C is gonna do that, and then come back like that. And that's basically like just the easiest one to do. F, G, C, G, or you can anything. Just make sure it follows the rules. As, am I getting the ball protected? Then yes. Then you're good. Is it effective? Yes. If it's not effective, think of something new. Because if you're gonna get the ball stolen too, then don't use this move. Unless you know that, like, you can branch out of a way that, like, okay, I'm gonna move this way, but if I'm gonna get the ball stolen, like, this is what I'm thinking in my head. I'm gonna do this move, but if I'm gonna get the ball stolen, I'm gonna come back right here. Stuff like that. But yeah, we're gonna end the video right there. This man is just like being really impatient. But thank you guys so much for watching this 1 hour tutorial. Make sure you subscribe, watch the video again if this doesn't make sense to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is LukeGabriel right here, aka Energy signing out. And yeah, I will be posting more tutorials soon. Peace.